What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I'm not sure how I will title this video, but I will say I'm sure you'll like the title. So recently I was talking to a Dominican friend of mine who's a photographer, professional photographer, and he's married. And he was telling me, started telling me stories of how he shoots a lot of models and stuff too, and he's very faithful. I want to say that right away. He's very faithful. He's been with his wife for a long time, and he was telling me about things that happened to him, like how models were big freaks and stuff, always trying to hit on him. And so he had shown me a picture of a young lady, and she was bad. She was real bad, and he was telling me how the chick kept saying, "Oh yeah, I know you're gonna try to hit on me." She was trying on all these sexy bathing suits and stuff, and he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to tell you, I'm married. I'm married, and I don't play like that." All right. So then she looked at him. The eye. Okay. So after the shoot and stuff, she comes rolling up on him, and she's making moves, and she wants to do something with him, and he says, "I told you, I'm married and I don't disrespect my wife. I got kids. I'm happy. No, thank you." And you know how women are, especially beautiful women, they're going to say something's wrong with you. Because he had told me this happened to him a couple of times with her and other women, where they're going to be like, "What? No man resists me," and stuff. I never heard a man say that. But most of the time they're always looking at you like something's wrong with you. You know, you're gonna turn me down, something's wrong with you. Okay. So I thought it was funny. I was like, yeah, man, you turn down a beautiful young lady, you know she's gonna say you gay or something's wrong with you. He was like, so I always tell him right at the very beginning before we do a shoot, I'm married man, you know, don't worry about me trying to make any moves on you. I'm very professional. Okay. So as he was telling me that, I started thinking about a lot of things that were happening to me when I was married and stuff. Especially like my first marriage, and both marriages, but my first marriage. Let's start with my first marriage. Like I said, I was married to Puerto Rican, and she was like white Puerto Rican. Looked like she was Italian. Very slender, curvy, slender, and she was good people. I enjoyed the time that we was married, and I enjoyed our relationship. But again, I always really loved black women built like brick houses. Brick house. I mean, not a huge bottom, but a nice bottom, nice on the top. I just always love black women. I mean, I love all women, but black women especially. So I noticed that this was happening to me a lot being married. As soon as I got married, because I met a lot of women, but as soon as I got married, the women's were coming out of everywhere, all up in my face, wanting to talk, and I'm like, the devil's working, the devil's busy. So one time, um, I was trying to find an apartment. So like in my projects, there's like this office, you know. And so I go into this office. I'm dressed up all nice, got my carefree curls. I'm in good shape. I used to run a lot, do martial arts, all that stuff. So real good shape. So I pass by this office all the time. Never seen this young lady. I walk in this office. The the baddest black woman I ever seen in my life. Ever seen in my life was sitting behind the desk. She looks at me and she was dressed down to the T. I'm like, am I in the wrong place? This is like in the projects, in this office, the baddest black woman I've ever seen in my life sitting there. She jumps up, she looks at me, and she's all blushing. She says, "Oh, hi, how can I help you?" And I'm like speechless, like, damn, this is the woman of my dreams. And so I'm staring at her and she's staring at me and I'm getting ready to flirt and we're just connected and we're talking and she's smiling, she's blushing and I'm blushing. And I'm thinking like, man, this is the woman of my dreams and stuff. What is she doing in here? And so we're talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find this apartment, this and that. And then all of a sudden, boom, my wife comes walking in and she turns around and says, "Oh, honey, what are you doing?" And so she sees this beautiful black woman because my ex-wife, she was very jealous of black women, especially if you had a nice feet. She comes up and she grabs me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find an apartment. So the lady was really nice and spoke really nice to my wife and stuff, and took the application. So okay, well, when Mencha comes back, I'll let him know and stuff. And so I'm walking out with my wife, and I'm like, damn, man. Damn, what am I doing? Like, how can I never have seen this young lady? Okay, because the office was like 4 buildings down from where my mother's lived. And I, lived with my mother for a long time while I was in college. And I'm like, how the hell I never seen this one? So yeah, that was really messed up. I'll never forget that. And I used to like work in a couple of department stores and stuff too. And I used to have a lot of bad sisters come in and just be flirting with me, coming out of nowhere. And I'm like, damn, man, what's going on? Now that I got married, I'm in love, and all these beautiful women coming out of nowhere. Yeah, they kept coming. It was coming at my job, always in my face. I'm like, man, nah, I'm married. And then I was like in college and just being in school, the women coming out of nowhere, just throwing themselves at me. And I'm like, damn, man, it wasn't this easy. Before I got married, I was meeting ladies. It was, I had to put work in, but it was just like ladies were just throwing themselves. And I'm like, damn. So yeah, that happened quite a bit in my first marriage. Um, Also, like in my second marriage, I met a lot of the women who were just like throwing themselves at me. I was just making it like super easy to get something, and I'm like, nah, I'm in love with my lady because I always kept it real with them. And I used to like my lady never wanted to go out to a club. She was like a homebody. Always wanted to be in the house. But I was like, yo, me, I love the music. No, we're gonna gotta go out together. If she goes, no, I can't. I don't want to, but I'm not gonna stop you. I was like, yeah, because that's just me. I just like to get out the house and party. So I used to always get together with my friend and we would hang out. And women would just be throwing themselves at me. Some I could have got myself into some serious mess. But I was always like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. My friend was like, damn, man, she's throwing herself at you, man. And he goes, no, man, I understand, man. I know how much you love your lady. And you should seen this young lady, man. This young lady came from, I think it was like Rhode Island, had this tight cat suit on, and, man, all black. Oof. And everybody's looking at me like, Man, you what that? And she was like, kept trying to get me to go back to Rhode Island with her. Then I'm like, nah, man, I ain't going back to no Rhode Island. She was like, yo, come to my place and chill. I'm like, nah, you know. So that that happened a lot. Well, that happened a lot when I was engaged in living with my second wife. That happened a lot. Um, and then also when I lived in DC, and I don't know if I told these stories, the women were just, it was, I could just pick. There was just so many that was just coming out, and I was just, nah, I can't. So, this is something that I could never understand. And, my friends, he's saying the same thing too. It seems like when you're in love, and if you guys have experienced this too, please like share, write me and tell me, because it seems like if you're in love and you're content, and then all of a sudden all these women come out of nowhere and everybody is trying to get with you. I don't understand why that is, but yes, I experienced that a lot in both of my marriages, and I thought that I would share these stories with you because I could have put in a lot of work, but when I'm in a relationship, I try to be respectful to the person that I'm with. But man, I'm trying to tell you, I missed out on some gems. And I was actually talking to my boy who came up to visit me from Cleveland a while ago. That I'm kind of angry at myself that I had all those opportunities and I didn't. I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. You know. But yeah, I just wanted to share those stories. So if you experience anything like that, I'm sure you guys have. Please, please write me and tell me your stories. And ladies, I know I got a few ladies followers and stuff too. Can you explain this to me because I don't understand. It happened a lot. I mean, a lot when I was like in a real serious committed relationship, and I don't get it. All right, guys. I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, Agymah's World. Peace.